All right, so welcome back to Make Today Count. This is PJ. You are once again looking at my ceiling. There's my face. Because today I'm going to try to figure out why it's using this weirdly placed camera. Why would they put a camera there? That just doesn't make any sense. And switch it to this camera that's up top here so that you can see my face, when I'm live streaming. So, anyways, this is just a hangout. Pop in if you want to. I'm pretty much just going to be on Google trying to figure out what's going on after I try a few things in here. So, yeah. Also trying to get ready because my brother is coming to visit tomorrow. So I got to get this place all ready to go. It's a chilly Sunday here in Vermont. Hey, Becky. Yes, I am having a hard time getting my camera fixed. There's a camera right here on my laptop, and then there's also one up here on the screen, and I can't get it to switch from this camera to that camera so that my face can be seen. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. So this is just a live stream while I try to get that all figured out. So this is kind of a Dan style live stream. Becky, are you going to be in Novi? Okay. Yep, I'm flying into Detroit, going to Novi for a couple days, and then flying straight back here. Not even going to go home. All right. Something up here. Webcam, maybe. Hi, Doris. Yeah, Uncle Yukon. I was kind of thinking that exact same thing. Yeah, I could just take a hammer to this thing. Then I remember how much money it cost. Is it cold? Is it cold there in Wisconsin, Doris? It is just frigid here today. Okay, 60 degrees isn't bad. Becky, that's so cool that you're traveling around like that. I hope you're enjoying it. Hi, Ursula. Oh, there you go, Uncle Yukon. Wow, Becky, that's incredible. All right, Dr. Google, let's see if you can fix my computer. Click on the Windows menu, select Device Manager. Looks like Jess is on the road right now. She posted the other day. Scroll down to System Devices, click to expand menu. Right, there's System Devices. Doris, that sounds like a very interesting process. By the way, everybody, here's my face. Here's my face. It's probably important to have my face in live stream since I'm the face of this channel. All right, I am switching back and forth between this and Google right now. Scroll down to system devices, click to expand the menu. Did that. Double click on Microsoft Camera Front or Microsoft Camera Rear. Wow, this device manager looks so like Windows 1990 something. It looks so Windows 95. This reminds me of the drop-down menus we had when I was younger. Wow, this like takes me back 20 years. And looking for anything is just a pain in the neck. I'm laying on my bed right now because that is just where I am the most comfortable. Microsoft compliant embedded controller, Microsoft ACPI compliant system. Uncle Yukon, I feel that. Is there a way to search in here? And for those of you wondering when I'm going to contact Dan about this, eventually. Yes, Doris, they have started coming out amazingly. Like, they have started intensely. My parents are coming out in a week or so, or like 2 weeks maybe, because they want to see the fall colors. And I'm worried that they've already missed them because they are already starting to fall. Fall colors just come and go so fast. How about Wisconsin? How they doing there? Didn't really look like they'd started in Michigan yet, but I know the lower part of the state won't get it till like the middle of the month. The UP is probably just golden right now. Okay, Tech Center website. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, that sounds great, Becky. Okay, yeah, I kind of expected Doris. We've actually had it froze last night. I was so cold today. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much. I figured they'd be falling by now. I figured. Because I think the UP gets them like end of September, beginning of October. Okay, there are like 30 files here for the exact same thing. That does not make sense. So for those of you who didn't hear, because I haven't really done a post about it or anything, we did hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours, so we are monetized. So by hanging out here with me, you are helping me earn up to save more for. Yeah, thanks, Becky. Yeah, now this will actually help me earn more money to do my trips and stuff and make videos. Okay, I have an idea. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Yeah, Becky, I bet you are busy. Okay, this is just getting exhausting. Yes, I have come up with a video that I want to make. I'm hoping to get a sunny day this week, Doris, to get out there and film some stuff. And I do want to make a little video about the town that I live in, which is Putney, Vermont. It's not very big. However, I would say, let me try to compare it to a town in Wisconsin. It's probably about the size of Sturgeon Bay, not Sturgeon Bay. It's probably about the size of Bailey's Harbor, Wisconsin, Doris, if that helps. Or maybe, what's that, Oconto? It kind of, I would say it's about the same size as a Kanto. Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm glad that's a good reference. Because I definitely know the Wisconsin coastline, but I don't know inland Wisconsin very well. I've never really been there before. I used to have a YouTubing friend in Appleton, Wisconsin, but he deleted his channel a long time ago. He made a Mackinac video too. His name was Mason, but he was a younger kid, so I think he kind of outgrew his vlogging channel and wanted to erase that part of his digital footprint. I miss him though. He was daily vlogging there for a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, he always posted videos from Lake Winnebago. Yeah, he was one of my first YouTubing friends. I never got to meet him in person. Okay. All right. I have reached the end of my knowledge. So I'm gonna talk. Find that lake so gross, having grown up around the Great Lakes. Oh yeah, I'm sure all inland lakes are gross compared to the Great Lakes. That's just how it is. I mean, Becky, you do already have like well over 100 subscribers, so we all know who you are. You should start. And you're basically like what you're doing right now is in. I think you should do it. Like you're going all over the place. You're seeing cool stuff. You're doing cool things. I mean, you know, set your channel up the right way and you could be in business. But I get the not wanting to be on camera thing. I'm still, weirdly enough, I'm a little awkward about pulling my camera out in public and like talking to it because, people do still look. They know what you're up to. Like this summer, I was in, where was I? I was just north of Muskegon with my cousin, my uncle, and my dad, and we went on a dune ride, which there will be a video coming of. And I was talking to my camera, and some kids realized I was a YouTuber and literally started to like pick my brain. It was so cool. They were just the coolest kids. They had a YouTube channel with like 6 subscribers. Yeah, Becky, I get that. It's cool, but or you could always just start a new one. Which actually, I kind of wish I did that with this one because this just used to be like my generic use YouTube account, and then I just like made random videos on it for a long time before I really started niching it down. So yeah, but I get that though. I'll try one more thing. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, here's an idea. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. You got to get used to like editing vlogs and stuff, and it takes practice. I mean, my early videos right now, I'm sharing them out to like different platforms and stuff, just to increase watch time, just because I don't really have the time to do anything else right now. But tomorrow, I don't have time to fix some issues on this computer to get videos to upload because it won't take anything from my camera or my phone, which is annoying. So there's a new update here that's available that I'm gonna try to upload tonight. But I'm hoping tech support's open tomorrow because maybe we can fix this. But yeah, well, you know how it goes. So, anyways, let me go get the list of things I was gonna talk about last night. We're just gonna do it this way. I feel like we've already kind of had a question and answer. Yeah, that happens. Trust me. I've had fewer people laugh about my editing and more so just make mean comments. In fact, I think in September alone, the Mackinac video got like 127,000 views in a single month. And I grew like 565 subscribers, which is great. But the downside was I was deleting like anywhere from 1 to 10 like really nasty comments a day, which I mean, I never anticipated anything less. And talking with people like Jess and Dan and other people who have larger YouTube accounts or a larger social media presence. Oh my gosh, people are just freaking ignorant. My gosh. All right. So, anyways, what am I up to right now? I Yeah, I know. I don't get it either. It's, Jess always says it's just because people are mean and hurtful and cruel. Like, I remember she told my dad about like the nasty things people get on her channel and say my dad couldn't believe anyone said anything nasty to her. But, we all know it happens. We all know it happens. People are just hurt and they're not happy with their lives and they just feel the need to rip into other people to make themselves feel better. And with the computer, there's no you don't have to face the person that you're talking mean to. And I think a lot of the times too, they just think that they are going to post it and nobody's ever going to see it. I'm fairly convinced that that's what happens. And they just do it to vent. I just, there's kind of just that old phrase. It's like, who hurt you? And I think people are just hurt. Someone hurt them, so they hurt other people, or they're just not happy with the way their lives are going. And sitting in front of a computer, you definitely don't have to feel responsible. You are responsible, but you don't have to feel responsible for your words. And, but I just took it as a sign that I was growing and that I was getting bigger and that this just was what came with the turf. So honestly, it kind of made me a little excited too. I mean, to have to go in and take those down, because that meant that my video was now being fed more largely to the public. Okay, so yes, I live in southeast Vermont right now, and it's actually really cool. Like, I'm not facing that direction out my window, but I am. To my back is New Hampshire, just across the river. And then up on the hill from the college, I can look way off in the distance and I can actually see a mountain that's roughly 20 miles away in Massachusetts. I think it's down around Bernardston, Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken. But I know that I can see 3 states from this college, which for me is very interesting. The curvature of the Earth is out about 22 miles. So if you're standing on like the Great Lakes or the ocean, the furthest out you can see is 22 miles before the curvature of the Earth. However, with the mountains, they're up so high here. Mountains are so tall, and there's nothing blocking half of them, so you can see a lot further. And there's one area just to the west of here, out closer to New York, the border with New York State near Albany, that is, I'm pretty sure you can see out about 100 miles. And I would definitely like to go make a video there, but I want to confirm that that's true. But you can see for miles because those mountains are so big. And I want to say you can see down to almost Connecticut from Vermont. And just makes me think about like when the founding fathers and the earliest settlers were here. I mean, just how amazing it must have been, coming from like England, which is an amazing place to begin with, and has its own beauty. But coming here and just seeing all this wide open, uninhabited, it was inhabited, but all of this, it wasn't crowded, and it's just amazing to think what that must have been like for them, But it was inhabited. We all know that. There's always that one person that's like, oh yeah, they came here and took it all, which is true. That happened. But just to see it so wide open, I mean, that would have just been amazing the first time to see. So yeah, I talked to you guys about my monetization. So if you have a video that is highly watched on YouTube, it will have times of the year where it does well and times of the year where it doesn't. And oh, Becky, that is cool. I was just watching something about Italy the other day. I think I just was kind of like doom scrolling on YouTube and oh, okay. But yeah, I when I started YouTube about 5 years ago, and I know I've told this story before, it was about a year after I started visiting Mackinac Island for the first time, which I know I always kind of act like, I went to I always act like I've been going to Mackinac Island my whole life, but I've really only been going there since I was about 24 years old. I saw Somewhere in Time not long after my 24th birthday because I know I was For my birthday, I spent it in Lapeer with some friends, and then we went to Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Michigan, not too far from the Pet Expo in Novi. And I bought the DVD for Somewhere in Time. And that night I watched it by myself and just decided right then and there that I had to go to the island and I had to see the Grand Hotel. And I tried to go once in January of 2016, did not end up actually making it happen. And then, oh, Doris, I hope you get to go again soon. It didn't end up happening on that winter trip. And then I realized how completely unready I was for a winter trip. Like, I think I actually went in like dress shoes and khakis. Like, I was so not ready, but the ferries weren't running. And, God saved me from basically being completely unprepared for a winter day on the island. But that was a fun mainland trip. And then, so May came around. I went up to Frankfurt to visit my grandparents after the semester ended. And then I just decided spur of the moment I was going to go to the island. And I did. I went to the Grand Hotel for the first time. I ate at Island Slice Pizza. I mean, I was like on a major budget at this time. And it started a whole love of it. So I started a year later, or actually really only 6 or 7 months later, I was in I had a rough January. I had a really bad head cold, followed by a really bad influenza, followed by a kidney stone, followed by my car's engine needing to be replaced, and that took up to about 2 months of my life away. So during that time, during that whole stretch, I would watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I ended up coming across a woman. She doesn't create YouTube videos anymore, but she is her name is Ray Ann, and I found her Grand Hotel video, and she made a lot of travel content. And I had watched travel content before, but I had never, really thought about making it. And I always had this idea that like I was gonna make like DVDs and sell them to people, and that's how I'd get my money to go on trips. I'd take like 30% of the DVD sales, and that would be like a paycheck, and then I'd take like the rest of it, then set some aside to, create more DVDs and finance them, and then go to oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. And then go to the and then I would have money to travel. So not only would my travels not be taking from my personal finances anymore, they'd also support me a little bit. I would actually make money for doing it. So, and I remember having people tell me all along the way, like, you should make YouTube videos. Why aren't you on YouTube? Why aren't you doing that? And it just wasn't really my thing because I didn't know how to make money doing it. I wanted to make, I was so fixated on making money. But when I found Ray Ann's channel, she wasn't monetized. And she just looked like she was having so much fun. And I was like, I could do that. Like, that would be fun. And I just started making YouTube videos in 2017. And I want to say by the end of the year, I had like 29 subscribers, which looking back now with like 1,140 is amazing. But at this point, it's it's grown so much. And then, over time she quit making videos, and then but it wasn't too much longer later I met Jess for the first time, and she really helped me understand YouTube and really helped me understand like how to move my YouTube channel forward. And I was kind of considering giving YouTube up for a while, just with all the COPA stuff and with all of the just everything that was going on there. I mean, that was all just craziness for a while. But I just made the decision that, okay, I'm going to become a Michigan-based travel channel. And then, earlier this year, as many of you know, I expanded it out a little bit. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Becky, I did. Yes, the first time I met Jess, I almost ran her over. I didn't really. Her, Jamie, Memphis, and Shelby walked, like, they were in front of my car. I was coming up on them and I was slowing down for them, and I realized it was them because for whatever reason I had the idea that the dogs were bigger. So I just saw these people walking in with these dogs, and then once I got closer, I realized that the colors match Memphis and Shelby, and it didn't actually occur to me either how short Jess actually is. I mean, I know we joke about it all the time, but I didn't realize it at the time. So, yeah. So then I like rolled down my window and was like, "Hi," because like I didn't know what to say because apparently I'm not good at talking to famous people. And but thankfully, her and Jamie were really nice about it. And then I got inside, and I was in this long line of people to see the dogs. And then Jamie recognized me as, "Hey, you're the guy that almost ran us over." And then I sat there and just talked with him for forever. And Memphis came up to me, and Shelby warmed up to me because it was really funny. Oh, that's cool, Ursula. I've been watching Jess for about 3 years now. I learned I always kind of knew about her channel, but I didn't really start watching until a little bit before I found out about the Pet Expo. So, but yeah, she's one of the best YouTubing friends I could ever possibly have. Anyways, oh, that's nice, Becky. Then, anyways, I went. So then after that, they took their break, and then Jess came back out. Jamie needed to go take a nap. And I sat there and just talked with her for the longest time, and it was a lot of fun. Oh wow, Doris, really? I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get a Shiloh and an Eleanor plushie. Yeah, the only two snow dogs I didn't meet were Shiloh and Oakley. I would have loved to have met Oakley, and I'm sorry for anyone that didn't get to meet Shelby. Because the first time I met Shelby, she just kind of walked up like at first she's like, yeah, I could care less. I could take it or leave it. But then when she saw me pet in Memphis, she came up to me and was like, okay, I need to at least make sure you know I exist. Ah, Doris, that's sweet. I'm sorry for the loss of your husky, your first husky. Yeah, Becky, me too. But I also know that that probably would have been those meet and greets were a lot on Oakley. Shelby was fun. I agree, Ursula. Shelby was absolutely a riot. Um, so anyways, life updates, monetization, like I mentioned. Um, if any of you are going to be in or around the Novi, Michigan area and you want to come to the Novi Pet Expo, I will be there. And to the best of my knowledge, so will RFS Dan, and of course, Jess will too. I've heard some other rumors of some other people coming, but I am not going to spread it on this live stream because obviously I don't have confirmation of any of that. And then I'll be home in Michigan for Thanksgiving. What else? Ah, darn it, Doris. Well, San Diego, I've never been there, but I've heard it's like the perfect city. My friend Nick is actually from there. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. It's really good to see Memphis getting back out there. Memphis looks like she's doing really, really good. Warmth in November works for me. It is the coldest day here so far. Like when I first got out here, not only was I really, really sick with a bad head cold, but I was also, it was also like 100 degrees, and it did that for like a few weeks. And then it finally like cooled down enough, but it was still warm. Like I would wear jeans and stuff, but it was still warm. And then now it's just freezing. And like at first I wasn't complaining, but now I'm just like, oh dang, is it cold? Oh gosh, I tell you. But I've lived up north long enough to know that if you wait for the weather, if you hate the weather, just wait 5 minutes. They say that in Michigan, which the Great Lakes definitely increase the truthfulness on that. But the Great Lakes definitely increase the truthfulness on that, but it's pretty much true anywhere. I would say north of the Ohio River. Yes, Becky, I am still studying. I am at Landmark College, which is a really great college here in rural Vermont. They for people who just learn differently or have something that kind of like impedes their learning. I am. If you guys don't know, I am autistic. I'm just extremely high functioning, and then I also have ADD, so it and some school related anxiety. But it definitely this school kind of specializes in that, and it's a much smaller school, which is really nice. And I make a lot of great friends out here. I am studying psychology with the goal of becoming a teacher, and I'm planning to head back to Michigan when I graduate, which will hopefully be next year around Christmas time. And I'm hoping to go to Central Michigan University to get my master's and my PhD as well. And yeah, I'm hoping to become a college teacher because I want to help other students get through college. And I think helping them learn about their brains and learn about how they learn and how other people learn is a big deal. So that is definitely what I want to do. And I want to teach in Michigan and kind of bring a lot of that back. You graduated from Michigan State University, Doris? Really? That's cool. I am personally more of a Spartan fan. You're probably well aware of the Michigan versus Michigan State rivalry, the interstate rivalry. Uncle Yukon, that is too warm. Where are you at again, Yukon? I forget. I'm not sure if we've had this discussion before. The rule is anyone but U of M. That is right. Oh, happy birthday, Uncle Yukon. That's cool. I did not see. Do you have your birthday listed on Facebook? I didn't see it come up today. Um, yeah, but I was just talking before I started this live stream. I was talking. Oh, okay. So are you kind of high desert? Oh, I bet, Becky. What age of student were you hoping to work with, Becky, when you graduated? 22. Oh, I'd like to be 22 again. But when I talked to my friend today in Texas, what were we talking about? We were talking about when my oh, okay, Becky. I we were talking about I just keep losing my train of thought. What the heck keeps happening here? Um, Oh, we were talking about when I went to Mississippi back in 2013 with my dad. My friend Jeremy went to Mississippi State University, and my dad kept calling it Ole Miss. And I remember actually like putting my dad in a headlock against the van because there was other students nearby, and I was like, "Dad, you can't say that. Mississippi State is not Ole Miss." And like I'm just like, "That's how you're gonna get your car vandalized." And we had just gotten a new car and we'd brought it down with us, so I'm like, God, Dad, you can't say stuff like that. One thing about traveling for sure, and Becky, I'm sure you've come to realize this, is like there's just different etiquette forms no matter where you go. There's just different etiquette for everywhere you go, even when you're in the United States. Um, well, happy 34 times two, Uncle Yukon. Yeah. So there's just different etiquette, even in the United States. Like different states, just like sometimes there's even just like different social codes, and it's like there's certain things you don't say. Like Doris will tell you in Michigan, don't refer to Michigan State as the Wolverine School because I mean that'll probably get your car vandalized and get you strung by your underwear from a tree. Like you're gonna be hanging upside down in your underwear. Like they don't take that stuff lightly. Oh, that's fighting words. It is. And yeah, you really just like gotta sometimes if you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all. Like I don't know, just I remember getting so mad at my dad, and I remember looking out the window at our car like every 10 minutes because I was thinking something was gonna happen. Like just calling Mississippi State Ole Miss, you just don't do that. See, the school I go to out here is small enough that like we don't have any rivalries with other schools. Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Becky. But like we're a small school in the middle. We're a small private school in the middle of Vermont. Well, not the middle of Vermont, but like in the middle of nowhere. So there's really no other school to like compete with. And then when I went to Central Michigan University, they didn't really compete with anyone either. Sometimes they would with, Ferris State University, but it was a more friendly, open, you know, kind of rivalry. Because my dad's cousin used to go to Ferris State, and they're just right down the road from each other. Right, right, Doris. I just tell them I want a Pepsi. But Doris, do you call it pop or soda? And I will stay silent till you give me your answer. Okay, good, good. I think I've heard Dan call it soda. There you go, Becky. Yeah, Dan calls it soda. My cousins call it soda, and man, I can't even tell you what like a big family debate that truly is. Uncle Yukon, that's funny because that's funny because my uh my dad my dad always says that it doesn't matter which team is playing, if they're whatever, it doesn't matter which school you're for. If you say it in if you don't like Michigan and they're playing someone out of state, you still root for Michigan. If you don't like state and they're playing someone from out of state, you root for state. But I'm not a big sports fan, so I don't normally. In fact, my friends and I made a joke a few years ago that did you know that there was a football game going on during the Justin Timberlake concert? I am not a sports person. I ran cross country and track in high school. I quit track like 3 days in my senior year. So I haven't done sports now in like well over a decade. I graduated in 2010, and I haven't done sports since then, which is just kind of insane. But hey, Hannah. Hey, Hannah, how's it going today? We're just kind of hanging out. Okay, are you a big Packers fan, Doris? Yeah, there you go, Uncle Yukon. All right, guys. Well, I do have to get going, but this was a lot of fun hanging out. Wouldn't call it a big fan, but in Wisconsin, they raise your taxes if you don't like the Packers. Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I had a headache this morning too, Hannah. I get it. But, anyways, this was a live stream to pretty much just try to fix. Oh, we're big fishermen, so I get that, Uncle Yukon. But, anyways, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I do have to get ready to go to dinner. But I will try to fix this camera problem. So you might see some live streams over the next couple of days where I'm like in an IT office trying to get this fixed. But we'll see. And then my brother's going to be here too, so maybe he can help me. He's usually really good with this kind of stuff. So we'll see. But I would like to do like a regular live stream just because I'm not always able to put up a video. And it's just nice to talk about travel. And we had some great conversations here today. Of course, always great having Becky here, especially while she's traveling around Europe and just kind of having, a fun adventure right now. We're all kind of on an adventure, but Hannah, sorry to slip out on you here right after you got here, but we'll try to do a regularly scheduled live stream. If you guys are into like maritime history or anything like that, my friend Sam from the YouTube channel Historic Travels will be going live tonight. That's Historic Travels. Jump in there and say that PJ from Make Today Count sent you. He and I are just kind of, I'm just starting to jump in on his live streams a little bit more, but I sent him some Mackinac Island fudge because he's a big Mackinac Island fan. So we're definitely cool. But yeah, just no, it's good to hear from you too, Hannah. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys later and have a great rest of your night. Don't forget to make today count.